A continent divided colonial tensions in North America. The mid-1700s saw a North America ripe with tension. The British, with their 13 colonies, looked westward with ambition. The Ohio River Valley beckoned, yet the French had their own claims. They built forts and trading posts, hemming in the British. Between these rivals lived numerous Native American tribes. The Iroquois Confederacy held sway over vast territories. Other tribes navigated shifting alliances. The arrival of Europeans brought upheaval. A new struggle for dominance threatened their existence. This clash set the stage for a conflict that would reshape the continent. The spark Washington's stand and a world at war. In the heart of the Ohio Valley, a young George Washington found himself leading a small Virginia militia, their mission to assert British claims against French expansion. In 1754, at a place called Fort Necessity, Washington and his men clashed with French forces. This skirmish, though a defeat for Washington, resonated far beyond the Ohio wilderness. It ignited a global conflict, known in Europe as the 7 Years' War. Across the Atlantic, Britain and France, locked in a centuries-old rivalry, now battled for colonial supremacy. North America became a key battleground in this larger war. The stakes were incredibly high. Control of the continent, its resources, and its future hung in the balance. The early years of the war saw the French and their native allies on the offensive. Their tactics, honed in the forests and waterways, proved devastatingly effective against the more conventionally trained British. Raids on frontier settlements spread terror and pushed the British colonies to the brink. The struggle for a continent, from forests to fortresses. The French and Indian War, as it came to be known in America, raged for 9 long years. It was a brutal conflict, fought on multiple fronts and characterized by both large-scale battles and smaller, more brutal skirmishes. European armies, with their muskets, cannons, and disciplined formations, clashed in the North American wilderness. Native American warriors, masters of guerrilla warfare, proved invaluable allies to both sides. The vastness of North America played a crucial role in the conflict. Armies marched for weeks through dense forests, across raging rivers, and over treacherous mountains. Disease, harsh weather, and logistical challenges often proved as deadly as the enemy. The war saw numerous sieges and battles that tested the limits of human endurance. Fort William Henry, Fort Duquesne, and Louisbourg became synonymous with courage, suffering, and the shifting tides of war. Both sides fought with a ferocity born of desperation and fueled by the dream of continental dominance. Section 4. Turning point at Quebec. The tide begins to turn. The year 1759 marked a turning point in the war. British forces under General James Wolfe lay siege to Quebec City. This fortified city held the key to French Canada. The Battle of Quebec on the Plains of Abraham was decisive. Wolfe's troops scaled the cliffs at night, surprising the French. The battle resulted in heavy casualties, including Wolfe and Montcalm. The fall of Quebec and Montreal ended French power in North America. Section 5. A treaty and its discontents, seeds of rebellion sown. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1763, formally ended the French and Indian War. France ceded Canada and its territories east of the Mississippi River to Great Britain. The British, now the dominant European power in North America, faced the daunting task of consolidating their gains and managing a vast new empire. To secure their hold on the newly acquired territories, the British government stationed a standing army in the colonies. This, coupled with the war debt incurred during the conflict, led to new taxes levied on the colonists. The Sugar Act, the Stamp Act, and other measures, while intended to raise revenue, were deeply resented by the colonists. The war had also profoundly altered the relationship between the British Crown and its American subjects. Colonial militiamen, having fought and bled alongside British regulars, returned home with a newfound sense of confidence and independence. They bristled at what they perceived as British tyranny and began to question the legitimacy of Parliament's authority over their affairs. Section 6. The Road to Revolution. From colonial soldiers to American patriots. The French and Indian War was a crucible for the American colonies. It fostered unity and shared purpose among colonists. It exposed stark differences with their British rulers. Hardened by conflict, they grew wary of British intentions. New taxes without consent A standing army in peacetime and curtailment of expansion fueled resentment. Tensions erupted into rebellion after the Treaty of Paris. Shots at Lexington and Concord marked the revolution's start. Colonists, once loyal, now fought for independence. The French and Indian War set the stage for a new nation.